What's up, agents? Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 builds video. In today's video, I'm going to showcase one of the best damage builds you can make right now in the current game. This setup will allow you to solo legendary missions with absolute ease, killing up to 3 chungas with 1 magazine of an assault rifle. You can also utilize this in a group. Any PvE content in the game, you will absolutely mince through it. So please make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe. I will showcase the build in full detail, then you can enjoy some gameplay. Let's take a look at the build. Now, I'm going to be using the Technician specialization, main reason being to get the linked laser pointer for the Kingbreaker. You can use whatever specialization you want. Always adapt the build to suit your own playstyle. I want to use the Kingbreaker because it works incredibly well. It does a lot of damage with the perfect flatline talent. So when I'm pulsing with the linked laser pointer, they're always going to be pulsed as long as I'm aiming at the enemy. So you can use whatever gun you want, though. That is completely up to you. From us, with Optimist is good. They're all really powerful, just as long as you put the right scope at least 8 times so that you can get the focus talent, or should I say the perfect focus. So Negotiator's Dilemma is a very good gear set. I'm sure you guys know how this works by now. If not, let's quickly go over it. So we get crit chance and crit damage, and you mark enemies. You'll see they will be marked. You can mark up to 3. With the chest piece, you can mark up to 5, but it's not really worth it. So when you actually mark enemies, the enemy that you're going to be shooting, when you crit, because you need to crit to actually mark the enemies. When you critically hit a marked enemy, all other marked enemies take 60% of the damage dealt. And you'll also be stacking. So whenever a marked enemy dies, gain plus 2% critical hit damage, stacking up to 20 times or until combat ends. With the bag, it takes it from 60% to 100. This is why the Ninja Bike doesn't work too well, because across the board, this is a huge amount of damage. Obviously, it depends on the way that you're playing, but if you spread the marks a lot, this is going to equate to more damage than Vigilance or anything else. So this is definitely a must to use the bag. So the chest piece, probably thinking to yourself, you're using an AR, why have you got Heraldry with marksman rifle damage? This perfect focus talent is why. Now, normal focus is 5% here and 50% here, but this, if you compare it now, you're probably thinking it's a 10% increase. This, as opposed to a Fenris, same rolls, that has normal focus, this will do more damage. That's just due to the way the game calculates damage. Don't ask me why. I can go into in depth about the calculations. I've done that in previous videos long ago, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm sure you guys will find some videos about it, but this will do more damage. It is the best. If you want to use focus, use the pristine example. You don't have to, but if you want to get the most damage, utilize this. Now, with Negotiators, ideally you want to make sure that you can get crit. So at least have 54-56% crit chance. So you only spread the damage across when you crit. So crit damage is important. But this chest piece is just really good. Now, if you were going to be using something along the lines of like Coyote's Mask, then I would use a Grupo chest with focus, because you might end up, or you probably will end up doing more critical hit damage, because it's going to be more crit damage with the Grupo with the focus. Because remember, this is giving us weapon damage, which does equate to more crit damage, but with a Grupo, you're going to be getting more utility, but that's only if you're going to be using the Coyote's Mask. So Coyote's Mask and Grupo with focus, that's what you can use, but I believe this is the best. Why? Because Coyote's Mask, in my opinion, is situational. Up to, you have to be really close range to get that 25% critical damage, and because we are scoping in, because we got a long range AR, I don't think it's necessary to use Coyotes. Therefore, this, with the most amount of damage from a focus, a chest piece, if you're looking at overall, and Grupo will definitely be the best combination in my opinion. But it's always up to you. It's up to the testing. It depends on what you want to get from it. So let's take a look at the setup from top to bottom. So we got all reds. That's why there's no Picaro's holster. And I'm not going to be using Contracts of Fox's Prayer, because that's situational damage as well. A lot of the NPCs will be in cover, and a lot of the enemies have got lots of health values rather than armor. So make sure you guys put the linked laser pointer, crit damage, crit chance. It depends on your player, how much crit chance you natively have on your build. Like I said, no less than 54%. Then we have got this scope right here. It's up to you which one you use, guys. I don't like to be scoped in too much. 12 by is a bit much, so I like to go 8 times. I think that's better. Damage starts out of cover with perfect flatline. Secondary, it's up to you. The orbit pistol will give me some more crit damage whenever I can use it. That is completely up to you. So the Negotiators pieces, all of them are going to have, crit chance rolled, and then you can put maybe 1 or 2 crit damage rolls. It depends on your player. So I've got crit chance with a crit damage mod. The gloves are critical hit damage. The knee pads are crit chance, and the holster is crit chance. Then the Mask, crit damage, crit chance, quite simple with a crit damage modification. The Grupo gives me 15% crit damage. Then the perfect focus, pristine example, we have got crit chance, crit damage, and the crit damage modification, 12%. So when you're using this talent, guys, what I like to do is throw your decoy out first. I use a decoy. You don't have to use a decoy. You can't actually maintain the stacks while throwing a decoy. You'll lose it. So you need to try and throw your decoy first, get your stacks up. You can go out of scoping for about a second, then scope in, come out, scope in, and you still maintain it. You don't have to constantly be looking through a scope. You don't have to use focus. There are many other talents, but this is definitely the best if you want to do as much damage as possible. You do get used to it, so just give it a try. Decoy, shield, I would go for duration, health, and active regeneration. So this is the setup, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I will let you watch some gameplay. Pause the video if you want to see any of the stats. We've got over 150% crit damage. I have got 58% crit chance because it is reliant on critting. And that's going to be it, guys. So enjoy the gameplay, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Peace out, guys.
Heavy contact. Enemy is approaching.
Sending the UAV. We got another.
I hit him.
Target is here.
to task!